Hey lovies, this is Love from Level Up Consulting Firm, and today's video is for my female entrepreneurs. I know it's difficult, especially being maybe the first entrepreneur in your family, not having much guidance as to who to speak with, and you want to reach out to other queens who are in business and get some guidance and some mentorship and really have someone to lean on, because it gets lonely, especially when you're trying to figure out things on your own and you're doing your research, but you're trying things and it just doesn't seem like you have it figured out. It seems like there's something missing, right? And sometimes we don't want to just wait until certain things come to us. It's like, I know somebody has the answer, so who can I speak with? So I'm going to give you a few tips today on basically how to find a mentor and just what to do in business in general that will help you stay on your P's and Q's. So number one, when you're looking for a mentor, do your research on people. Look at the companies that you really like and respect. Look at different industries, even if they're not in the same industry as you. So for me, I'm in health and beauty. And because I'm in health and beauty, I want to find mentors in that field, but I also want to find mentors who have majored in business, maybe women with their MBA, and speak with people who have already gone over business models a trillionfold and who have helped people cultivate their businesses. I want to speak with people who are into consulting, because now I have a consulting firm of my own. And so looking at people in different industries and finding some of those transferable skills will be really, really important. Speaking with people who were marketing majors is important. Maybe if marketing is not your strong suit, because it was not mine, like creating flyers, digital products, getting the word out about your events. You want to speak with people who are going to help keep you sharp. And so you want to do your research on their company, how they started. Really take advantage of that. It's sort of like when you're looking for a job, right? When I'm looking on their website, I'm looking for information that stands out to me. What makes this company different? What makes this company some company that I would like to work for and spend 40 plus hours of my time every week? So be the same way when it comes to your mentor. Find somebody who is knowledgeable and who can support you in the way you need to be supported. The next thing is go to networking events. You don't want any surprises. You never know, like the person that you walk past every day could be a person that you have to end up in conversation with. And it's happened to me a million times. I went to an interview one day, and before I actually walked into the interview, I went to the restroom to, check my makeup and make sure everything was good with my appearance, that my shirt was tucked in properly. And I was speaking to a woman in the bathroom about her outfit, and I'm like, your jacket is gorgeous. Like, that's a really pretty blue jacket. And she was complimenting my makeup, and we just had a full-blown conversation. So it comes time for me to be interviewed, and the interviewer was the lady in the pretty blue coat. And needless to say, I did end up getting that job. And I'm not going to say that it was specifically because I complimented her coat, but I was very respectful and we had a friendly engagement, and that didn't cost me anything. I was literally just being myself. So you have to be mindful when you interact with people. Like, you never know who you're going to run into again, and you don't know who other people know. So just keep that in mind at all times. Next, don't be too attached. Remember, sometimes when you're in business, there's periods of time where you have to be alone. And there's periods of time where you have to sort of distance yourself from family and friends. And this is the side of entrepreneurship that people don't like to talk about, but it's real. And so when you're going through those situations, just be mindful, like, you have all the tools that you need within you to be able to handle your business. You don't have to call someone and fill them in on every detail. And I actually recommend against that, because I think that some things you just have to keep to yourself. when you are planting something, you plant a seed in the dark, right? And so when it grows its roots and it starts to develop and shoot outward and people can see that finished product, that's what you want people to see. People don't have to see that groundwork and what you put into it. And sometimes when you plant things that way and you want it to be open, it doesn't get the nourishment and the covering that it needs. So some things you need to keep on the hush, all right? It's just like in the Bible when you do something nice for someone, don't go around and tell everybody, keep it to yourself, because when you speak up, you will receive your reward in full. And that's your reward, just you being able to say that you did it and people, giving you that clout or whatever. But when you do it in secret, that's where your blessings come from, because it's like, I'm not doing this to be recognized. So when you put in your work and you're being diligent and really networking with people and doing all that grit, you don't have to go around telling people, well, I do this and I do that and this was difficult for me and blah, blah, blah. I mean, obviously that can be a conversation, but it doesn't need to be something that you publicize to everyone because it's not their business. And that was your reward, just the fact that you told someone that you worked hard, right? So the next thing, being a female entrepreneur, make a plan and work it. When you actually have a solid plan and you go out and seek individuals and seek businesses and seek opportunities for yourself, that's when you start to meet people that you never imagined that you would meet. And walking into a room and being prepared and having that knowledge, knowing that, okay, I put myself here because of this reason. So for instance, today I attended a brunch. It was a financial literacy brunch called Bags with Budget. And the Budgetnista was there. I know some of you follow her probably on Instagram. Clever Girl Finance was there. And so there were a bunch of heavy hitters in the building who were talking about how to travel on the budget and how to save money and the importance of creating a plan when you budget. And one of the most important things that continued to be reiterated was writing it out. Keep writing it down. People say it all the time. I write down my goals. Well, how many times have you written it? Sometimes when I go over my budget, I write it over and over again in different notebooks, obviously on different days. I'm not going through one day and just writing my budget in every notebook that I own, right? But you have to keep it in front of you. You have to keep it fresh, and you have to have a plan so that when you go places, you have it in mind. That's how you want to be with your business plan and with your business moves, very strategic. Don't just talk to people just to be talking to them. Oh, I'm trying to put my business out there. Talk to people and make sure you speak with them with a purpose. Have a goal in mind, okay? Next, move on. You have to be flexible in life in general. If something happens to you and you find yourself dwelling on situations, find yourself caught up in a depression, find yourself thinking too hard and lingering on situations, you need to really do some work, some self-reflection, maybe find a therapist and figure out what it is that's causing you to be in that emotional space, right? Because sometimes we do need additional help, but if you know, or you feel like you can figure it out on your own, maybe you should try that first. Do whatever works for you. But sometimes it's best to have a fresh pair of eyes and a fresh pair of ears on a situation, because you can really hinder yourself when you don't want to do the work to grow. And I had to learn that myself. I'm very independent and I love to be able to figure things out. But when I need assistance, I have to call somebody in. You're not Superman. You're not Superwoman. We can't do everything on our own, and we weren't meant to. There are 7 billion people in the world. Some of them are our helpers. Some of them come for a season to help us get through things. Some of them come through to help us get through a specific day. But whatever the case may be, there is assistance out there. So I really hope these tips helped you. If you need me, please email me. Of course, I'll put the email in the description. And just reach out. Don't feel like you can't call someone or reach out to somebody for help, because you can. All right? Peace.